I'm genuinely curious, where do you draw the line when it comes to which animals are worthy of life or not? We've all seen the various memes derived from the famous PETA billboard asking meat eaters where we draw the line between pet and food. The fact that there seems to be an obvious, general consensus that the line falls just short of the horse should answer their question, but I'd like to go a step further. I'd like to know where you vegans and vegetarians, if that's even a fashionable thing to be anymore, draw the line between animals it's okay to kill and those it's not. Do you wash your hands? Do you have any idea how many millions of germs you're killing? Do you use bug spray? Or have a fly swatter hanging on your fridge? How many mosquitoes have you callously murdered in cold blood, right in front of their friends and families? Do you have a mousetrap set in your basement? Do you have any idea how many small rodents are killed or displaced in the process of farming just a single field to grow vegetable crops? What about rats? Or raccoons? Or snakes? Or all the other creepy crawlies you don't like? Ever called an exterminator on them? Why does it seem that in the animal kingdom, at least in the wild, it's perfectly acceptable for individuals to kill and rip each other to shreds with absolutely no repercussions or moral implications? Why do birthing mothers in the wild often abandon or eat their weak offspring? How cold-hearted would that be if they had souls like us? Allow me to offer my ever so humble opinion. In Genesis 1:28, God said, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground." In the next verse, God gives us all the plants on earth for food. Then later on in Genesis 9:2 and 3, God says, "The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth and upon every bird of the heavens, upon everything that creeps on the ground and all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they are delivered. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything." Furthermore, Jesus said, "It is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but what comes out of the mouth, this defiles a person." In that brief scripture, Jesus reiterated that all food is okay to eat, and the Old Testament restrictions on clean versus unclean animals, etc., are no longer required. The law was fulfilled by Christ, and he effectively replaced the Old Covenant. Therefore, it is no longer necessary to try to eat the correct foods and obey the letter of the Old Testament law to avoid defiling yourself. Now, we are saved by simply accepting Christ's gift of salvation that he purchased for us on the cross with his blood. There appears to be a clear, spiritual divide between humans and animals in the Bible, and here's why. God created us in his image and after his likeness. He formed us with his own hands from the dirt and blew the breath of life directly into our nostrils. Everything else on earth, plants, animals, etc., were simply spoken into existence by God. Humans are the only thing that he formed with his bare hands and breathed life directly into. This, I contend, is why we have a soul and animals don't, which makes sense when you try to figure out why it's perfectly fine for lions to tear apart a water buffalo or a bear to settle in and start eating its prey alive, ignoring its horrifying screams of agony. Trying to put animals on a level with humans doesn't elevate them, it just degrades humans down to their level. See, you can't change the primal nature of animals, and by comparing humans to them, you effectively negate the existence and importance of our God-given soul. Animals do not need morals or values. And this is a topic for another video, but as a little side note, humans wouldn't either if the theory of evolution were correct and there was nothing else after you die, as secular science would have us believe. We have morals and values because God created us that way in his image. He created us with an eternal soul that lives on after our body dies. We can all feel this deep inside us on a primal level. You have a plan for your body, but what about your soul? You eat right and exercise, but what are you doing to prepare your soul for after it leaves your body? If you weren't thinking about it before, I bet you are now.
Who